good players, good mature players. I have players that really get it. I kind of feel like I'm a little bit of a figurehead. This team is very coachable. They're very smart. Somebody asked me at the beginning of the year, tell me about your team. I said, well, we're experienced, we're smart, and we're committed. And that's a pretty good trio to start with. So that's the reason.
Susquehanna University men's basketball coach Frank Marcinek talks about why his team has been able to get out to such good starts over the last 2 seasons. First, a school record 15-0 beginning to the 2015-16 season, and now a 10-1 start this season, with the squad winning 10 straight since opening with a loss. Ironically, it came in double overtime against Misericordia right here in the O.W. Houts Gymnasium. Marcinek and his players view it as a beneficial loss because they had some key players who weren't healthy or fouled out of the game, which meant some freshmen got some much-needed playing time. The Riverhawks did lose some key players from a team that made it to the NCAA tournament last year, and Marcinek says he thought there would be growing pains this season, so he considers it a bit of a surprise that they're off to such a good start. But at this point, he's not going to tinker at all with what's obviously working.
We've only played one conference game, so most of our games have been non-conference games. But we've found our groove, so to speak. I think we have a pretty solid rotation. The rotation changes, from half to half based on who plays well. But I feel pretty confident about where we're at. I know who our top 10 are, and usually we play 9. I have a 10th guy that I think is good that we just have not gotten enough minutes for. So I'm pretty comfortable with where we're at. We've developed depth, so I feel pretty good. I'm not going to toy with it.
The players tell us that their main goal after the opening loss was to get healthy, and 10 games into the streak, they're just taking it a game at a time. The keys for them have been consistency and team chemistry.
Team bonding. We went down to Miami. We got really close as a group. These are a great bunch of kids. We just have fun. We goof around much of the time. We always joke around and we say that we don't really look like we should be a top 25 team just by looking at us. All the other teams you play, just by the look test, you kind of think that they might be the better team than us. But we're close. We have all the confidence in ourselves and in each other, and that's probably a main component to our team.
And while Traub and senior guard Stephen Weidlich are the team's leading scorers right now, others have been stepping up lately to help carry the load, like sophomore Seth Callahan, who scored a career-high 16 points in the win over Dickinson College Tuesday night.
So much easier. It makes my life so much easier. Early on in the year, it was kind of me and Ryan. Felt like we kind of had to control a lot of things because Dolan and Danny, we think, are still coming into their own, and we're hoping to really develop them going into conference play now. But early on, me and Ryan really thought that we had to kind of carry the brunt on our shoulders and kind of force us into the successful start that we had, and now other guys are stepping up, which is great because I'd love to take a backseat, and so would Ryan, and just let these other guys go and play off them, and then it makes us even tougher to stop.
Marcinek is quick to point out that this year's schedule is their most difficult yet, with 3 straight games against teams that made it to the NCAA tournament last year and 4 total. When it's all said and done, they'll have played 10 to 11 teams who made it to the big dance last year. Despite that fact, Marcinek says they're pretty confident and playing well, and it will take a good team to beat them. For SECV8 Sports, I'm Chris O'Rourke reporting.